you know. And then today I think I've probably just done a bit too much. But,
Okay.
We parked at Brough Station. We were going to park at Brough train station, which is the next stop to Hull on the train. I drove there, and then I said to my friend, like, we probably won't be able to park in the station if we're full. She says, oh, you've got to be optimistic. So we got there, and sure enough, it was a small car park, completely full, and there were 2 or 3 cars hovering, waiting for someone to pull out so that they could park.
Oh Lord.
And I just said, if we wait behind these other 3, we're never going to get a space in
It'll
time.
be another hour before you could
Yeah.
manage to get place.
So we drove, but it's permit only, isn't it? Everywhere, permit only, permit only. And like my friend said, why don't you park up there outside that shop? And I just said, oh, I said, Eve, I said, these shop like owners are going to be so angry if you park outside their shop for about 4 hours.
Maybe not.
You know, because you're right near the train station. They're going to guess what you're doing because you've not walked into the shop. You know, a small shop is going to be thinking, who's this guy parking here for 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah, what's happening around here?
Yeah. And so I said, look, we're going to have to just park as soon as the permit only signs stop. So we basically had to park about 10, I don't know, 5 to 10 meters away.
Okay.
So I've tried to push, you know, myself today, but I couldn't do this on a regular basis, you know, not yet. But I'm pleased I managed it. And when we got to the hospital, we got there quite early, you know, but we didn't know how long it would take to get there, to find the place. I mean, when you know where you're going, it's always easy, isn't it, to go a second time?
Oh yeah.
You know, so like the hospital in Hull, the buildings have all got numbers. We had to aim for building number 17. But the signs were not great until we were right there.
But is the hospital in Hull bigger than the one in York?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Well, I would say a bit bigger, yeah. Well, Hull, I would say, we're trying to decide if Hull was bigger than York. And it's difficult, isn't it? Because it might be less populated, but it's more spread out.
Right, okay.
So it's hard to tell. But there were lots of buildings though, and we were looking for building 17 out of about building 31. So there's more separate buildings, let's put it that way.
Okay.
More separate buildings in Hull, the hospital. So, but the thing is that we were never going to be able to park at the hospital because we definitely couldn't. The parking at Hull hospital was impossible. You know, just not enough parking spaces for the hospital. And you can't park in certain places unless you go into that department. So it was really tough. And but I know for future that parking at the hospital in Hull is just absolutely no chance. You know. So, just there's not enough parking at hospitals. They need to, in a way, build multi-storey car parks, and they haven't done. So, but anyway, we got there. Okay, managed it, and we waited for the person, and it was a lady, and she was younger than I don't know, maybe late 20s, and she basically was really nice. I tried to think don't say too much, you know, but still tell her what she'll need to know. She said, oh, how can I help you then? What have you come for? And so I said, I've been born with foot deformities, and basically it's had a major impact because I've not been able to walk properly, and I'm suffering more now than I was when I was younger, but it's been really hard, right from being a child. And my knees have been bad in the past more, and my back is the thing that's really, really bad now. And so I said, I just wanted to come here because I've been to York, and I've had lots of failed attempts at York of helping. I sometimes think the help's too general, and I just want someone to maybe look at me, what I need, rather than just do the usual general approach, which hasn't worked so far. So I said, I'm not an expert, you're the expert, and just hoping that you can, you know, suggest what I need. So she was very nice. She said, can I look at your feet? And she said, I can see your feet are really bad. I'll see what I can do. I can, I can try and make you an insole. I mean, obviously, I've had about 25 years of failed attempts to make me an insole
Yeah.
through the NHS. So I just said to Eve, if all they offer is an insole, I'm not going to get too excited because it's normally a disaster. Anyway, she said, your GP has written a very, broad letter, so that's good, she said, because that means I can do an insole for you and also some footwear, because you clearly need some new footwear. I could give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, are you happy for me to do those two things? I said, yeah, definitely. And so we talked about that. She took a mould of my feet. It was the usual thing. It's an orthotics appointment. And I asked if podiatry could do more for me. And she says, oh no, they actually can't do as much. There's less things podiatry can do than what she can do.
Oh, really?
That's what she said. Which I was surprised. I thought podiatry would be...
A specialist?
Podiatry can give you a diagnosis, maybe. They can look at the way you walk. They can do a lot more. And I thought she just could make me an insole and that's it. But she said, no. And I just said, what about maybe a brace? I might need a brace around my ankle to keep it straighter because it collapses inwards, or, and Eve jumped in and said, because Eve was with me, she said, his main problem is his back. That's right, isn't it, James? I says, yeah. I said, I mean, I've not mentioned my back too much because you're orthotics for the feet, so I wouldn't expect you to look at the back. And she says, well, no, we look at the feet. But I just said, I don't know where to go for support for my back, to get some kind of brace.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm having a really bad day, a brace might help. And she says, the NHS training is, don't give patients braces unless it's an emergency, because your body needs to have its own muscles to support the body. If you start wearing back supports, braces, etc., you're weakening your muscles because they're not doing their jobs. I said that I understand that. I said I wouldn't wear it all the time, but if I'm having a back spasm, it might help to put it on for an hour or two, at that moment, or to sleep on certain nights with it on. And so she said, leave it with me, I'll look into it. I explained that I take my toes. She says, I'll also look into taking options. I'll have a look into these things, in addition to doing the insole on the footwear. So I was really pleased. Eve thought she was wonderful as well. She had a lovely manner about her. At the start of the appointment though, I didn't know how it was going to go. I think she wasn't sure about me either. So we were both a bit quiet and reserved, but as time went on, I thought she was really good. And I think she also thought, this guy's not, an awkward customer. That I'm reasonable. And I kept saying that you're the expert, not me, and I think that I might need this, but if you think it's right, then I'll try doing what you're saying, because you know more than I do. I'm just trying to guess what I need, and I've found some things that work, some things that don't, but I'll take the lead from you, So I think once I started saying things like this, and said, thank you, I'm very grateful for your help, thank you. Once I started to behave like this, I think she softened, and she was quite open and nice, so in the end, it went very well.
Oh, that's good to hear. Well, at least someone's looking after you, finally.
Definitely, yeah. So I'm really pleased. And I had to sit on the floor waiting for the appointment. I couldn't sit in the waiting room on the chair.
Yeah.
So when she came out to call previous people in, she had to walk past me on the floor and call different people in before I had my appointment. So she could see I was on the floor waiting for the appointment. So, I had to sit on the floor when I had the appointment. So I think at first she probably wasn't sure why is this guy sitting on the floor?
Yeah.
Is he some kind of crazy person, or is there something genuinely wrong here? So I think once she understood and saw my feet, because otherwise when you don't see my feet, you just wonder what's this guy doing on the floor?
Yeah.
But when she saw my feet, she thought, oh, I can see there's a major problem here. And she said, I really do think you need an operation, to be fair. I've tried to help you the best I can, but I really, I think we try and avoid operations as much as we can, but I think it's getting pretty soon you're going to need one, some kind of operation.
Well, sooner than later, hopefully.
Yeah. And I said, no one wants an operation. I certainly don't. But I said, if it's going to make me not as bad as if, then I need to get one,
Yeah.
But I said, I still haven't met a person yet who's sure about what I need.
Yeah,
and
who you
willing
can
to offer
trust.
one, who I can trust, yeah. So she seemed reasonable, nice. She said, I'll see you again in about 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be a fitting appointment, and the insole might be ready by then, so you can take the insole away, and we can see if the shoe's working, and then you can take that away the time after, or we can post it. We don't normally post things, because things get lost in the post. We tend not to post things at full, but she says I might make an exception for you.
Well, ask her, James, if you need it, I can go to her and pick it up for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, yeah. If she says there's can get lost, if we just plan a date when I could go like in the evening or maybe on the weekends, I don't mind going there and picking it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Alright.
I mean, they might be able to leave it in reception, or the main entrance of the hospital, and that's open all the time, isn't it?
Well, yeah, well, if they do, I don't mind going there one morning on the Saturday when they're around and then just get it.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, I think that she seemed nice, and as she got to know me more, she seemed to sort of like say, we don't normally do this, but I'll try my best to sort it out. So I was really pleased, and like I say, I'm willing to say when things look good and when they go well.
Yeah.
I've just had a lot of bad experiences, and I'm not going to lie and say it was really good when it wasn't. And yeah.
Well, it's your health.
Yeah.
I
said to Eve, I said, if you'd have been to that appointment I had in York and seen the difference, you would say, I understand when you say it's rubbish in York, it's not rubbish for everybody, but when I keep saying York has been terrible for me,
yeah.
I just said, I wish you'd have been to one of the York appointments, because the difference today was gigantic. So much better today.
So York is the problem.
Yes, and I'll be honest, I was trying to keep an open mind today. In the back of my mind, I was thinking, I bet it won't be much better than York, but I was pleasantly surprised. So, yeah.
No, that's actually right. It may hurt a little bit, okay?
I might be screaming if you did it on the other side.
Say again?
I might be screaming more on the other side.
Well, we will see in a minute.
Yeah. I mean, it did hurt a bit just then, but
Yeah.
I was expecting it. She said. But overall, I've had a better week than the week before.
Ah, that's good to hear.
So I'm pleased about that, because I really feel bad about, if you say, oh, give me an update on how you're doing, and I just hate sort of saying, oh, it's not been good, but
well, if you're not good, I need to know this is not good, so don't.
I tend to wait till I've had the first good day. And then you probably think I've heard from James for a week.
Sorry, these are good.
Yeah. But yeah, I've not been in touch much this week, and I'm sorry.
No,
I have been doing a bit better. I've just been trying to get a lot of things done, because the wardrobes have been fitted, and that's gone well. Was that since last time? Well, yeah, I was in the middle of it last time.
Yeah, because you mentioned the guy were here.
Yes.
On your own, and you would come on Wednesday, I think, to finish something.
Yeah, well, they came to finish on Wednesday, and so that's all finished now. And the carpet fitter he's fitted the new carpet, fitted the carpet on Thursday. He came Thursday evening. So, and Simon came and helped move everything back into the bedrooms. And the carpet fitter moved the bed back. Simon's moved some of the boxes.
Yeah.
So everything's tidy and sorted. Everything's fine, finished.
Ah, fantastic. So the house is finished now then?
It's all finished, yeah.
Ah, beautiful.
So I'm really, really pleased. Everything's gone really well. Yeah. So, yeah, so there's nothing else that needs, I don't need like a cabinet building up or nothing, you know, so it's just really nice to have it all finished.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so make some preparations for something new now. So did she prescribe you something to take then in the meantime or not really?
No, she works in orthotics, so she's doing an insole and some shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying shoes because in York that's all they did, but it's trainers.
Yeah.
And they look like trainers. They're made of suede, and they do look like a typical Adidas Gazelle or Samba trainer. So it looks good. Yeah.
Ah, that's good to hear.
And I explained to her some of the mistakes that they made at York. I just said they made me a trainer with a big heel at first, and I said I can't wear things with a big heel, and I've always struggled. And she said, "You're absolutely right. For your foot, you need something completely flat."
Oh, really?
Yeah. She said you definitely don't want a heel at all because all it will do is put more pressure onto the front of your foot,
Well, yeah.
and that's when you have all the pain and problems and But we need to try and get you to use your joints at the front of your feet, but we don't want to overload them all the time, all day long. So you need to be leaning backwards more and not forwards more. So she agreed, and so she's aware that I need a flat trainer. And so yeah, and I also said my insoles I'm currently wearing are not as wide as my feet. So my feet are wider than the insole.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, right, so I was just making her aware of some of the things that have, not been designed right in the past.
Yes.
I said, it's only to give you more chance of getting it right, because I've had a lot of, appointments in the past, and I just feel that people have tried, but they just maybe haven't always understood what I need,
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to be nice, Eve said you spoke very well, you didn't waffle on, and you kind of like gave her a chance to talk, and yeah.
It's so nice when you finally can meet someone who can actually listen to you, to what you have to say.
When I first saw her, I must admit, I wasn't sure what she was going to be like,
Mm-hmm.
She looked quite stern, and she had a mask on, and sorry, I'm tensing up and ticklish.
Oh, is it?
A little bit ticklish, yeah. But yeah, no, she was really nice, and I think also people want to help you if you come across in a nice way.
Yeah, but not in Europe, though.
No, in York it was just, I keep seeing the same guy, and he seems to just, he's I don't know if you met him, or hear anybody else who's met him, but he repeats my name all the time. Thank you, Mr. Pugh. Thank you for, what's the problem, Mr. Pugh? And don't you worry, Mr. Pugh. Like people often overthink things, and Mr. Pugh, try not to, you're only adding to the pain if you're getting stressed and overthinking things. So give it a try, and Mr. Pugh, just give it a try. You never know. Just a bit patronising.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably just his manner. It's probably just the way he talks. He probably doesn't mean any harm. But I can't get him to listen or understand anything I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
He's just already decided what's best before I can say anything. So
one of those people who says, next number, next one.
Yeah. But the first time I met him, I was about 20, and I saw him again like last year or the year before. So I've been seeing the same guy,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and he's the head person, you know, in York
Okay.
for orthotics. He's called Steve. He's a nice guy, but he seems now he must be about 50, 60 years old, and he's a nice person, but it's like now he's changed to he's just going through the motions. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean? And, yeah, so
It's very stiff this part here. I was looking, can you feel how stiff is this muscle around here now?
yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. My mum's gone home. She went home. She's been at home for a while now,
Mm-hmm.
and she's busy for 2 weeks, quite soon. So she might come through for maybe 2 days
Okay.
before the busy period of 2 weeks starts. She's not sure yet. She's going to wait and see.
Yeah.
So, but she's been meeting friends in Whitby, and she's doing okay. She's been for a coffee with a friend, and she's got a friend coming from down south to stay at hers for a couple of days.
Okay.
In the next 2 weeks. So
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, somebody who used to live in Whitby but had to move away, and they're coming through to Whitby. They're going to stay in rooms overnight.
Yeah.
It's like 2 days. It's overnight. So yeah, that could be nice for a mum to see someone, a friend, and yeah. So she's doing okay, and she's seen my brother a bit more as well. He took her out for breakfast.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So, and he's given her a Christmas card, a Christmas present, this morning. So she was
It's
Christmas
really
card.
good than ever.
Yeah. So yeah. So some things for the bathroom apparently. So it's like I don't know. He's in a world of his own, but yeah. So at least that smoothed things over.
Yeah.
You know, made it feel a bit better. But I'm pleased I've been sleeping a bit better because I was getting to a point where every morning was getting harder and harder.
Yeah.
And now I've had a few good starts.
Are you still taking the CBD or you gave it a break?
On and off.
Okay.
Yeah. And the same with the ibuprofen. I'm trying to not be taking everything too often. But I mean, some days I'm just like, if I wake up in the morning, I was just taking everything.
Yeah.
You know, at one point I just took everything. And then I thought, oh, I can't keep doing this. You know.
Yeah.
I know with some things like, well, gabapentin, you have to get it into your system. It's pointless just taking loads of it one day and then not taking it for 4 days after that. You've got to take it all the time for it to work its magic. The ibuprofen, you could take it for 1 day and benefit. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, no, yeah.
So in a way, I prefer tablets that are like that. You know, and the CBD is the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I like the CBD and the ibuprofen. I'm trying not to take gabapentin all the time. So I'll take it for like 2 weeks and then I'll stop. And although people would say, you need to take it for 2 months, James, to get the true benefits, I don't want to end up hooked on something.
No, because you're going to get addicted to it.
Yeah.
You know, you always, your psychological going to think, well, if I'm not taking it, it means I'm not well. And you start becoming dependent on that.
Yeah.
But just a question, when you take the CBD, do you notice any difference
Yeah.
on your body?
Yeah, and sometimes I feel lightheaded.
Okay.
Or dizzy. Yeah. And I can't seem to just, I don't seem like myself. I don't feel I can think as fast. Sometimes it's kind of affected. I take it in the morning and most of my tuition's in the evening. So, because I don't want to be like,
well, yeah, you use some time.
Yeah, I need to be able to think straight for my job. But sometimes I don't know if I've been a bit tired. But sometimes the kids are allowed to correct me if I'm trying to tutor them something. But that happens sometimes anyway, you know, 'cause I'm trying to do a lot of different subjects at once. But yeah, yeah, I have noticed a difference, yeah. And I do feel a bit more, I've felt a bit more tired recently.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's because I've just not been drinking as much, a bit dehydrated. Maybe that's part of it. I have felt more tired, yeah.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say it's down to the CBD. It might be, but it might not be. But I've just felt a bit tired, a bit drained. And I've not been like doing any more exercise. Well, then again, I've been stood up a bit more, talking to the workmen. So I maybe have actually slept a bit less, and I've maybe not always eaten as much. So I'm standing up more often and sleeping a bit less and not eating any more, because if you do more exercise, you need to eat more.
Well, yeah.
So I've probably done a bit extra, but not eating more. So I probably need to start eating more if I'm doing a bit extra. And I can't remember when I went on the bike, but I probably need to eat more if I'm going on the bike for the day, you know, like eat a bit more that day. But I did feel a bit tired, but I haven't felt tired the last 2 or 3 days. I felt better. So, yeah.
Well, as long as you're feeling better, that's good.
Yeah.
Tiredness is just part of it, what comes and goes anyway. But yeah, but as I mentioned before, if you think that will be related to the CBD, you can have a little break for some time. But if you believe the CBD is doing any good for the pain, for
I
your
think it is,
muscles,
yeah.
it's worth.
I'm just conscious that if I take any tablet at all, if it relaxes me too much, I then get into bad habits and I slouch too far, and then I worry then that the next day, if I don't take it again, and with the ibuprofen as well, sometimes I think I can feel, I feel a bit better, you know, this is great, and then by the end of the day, you know, I can't take a 4th ibuprofen because I'm supposed to take 3, so then I just think, oh God, my back's hurting, you know. I mean, today I've taken ibuprofen, and I've had a busy day, so I've taken it, but now it's maybe wearing off. Maybe that's why my back's hurting as well. I can now feel the stiffness, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, I try to relax, like, you know, I don't want to stay tense all the time and protective. So when I do feel a bit better, I do try to relax I just try to, you know, not brace as much, and then because of that, I'm more chance of having a flare up. So it's getting the balance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to explain, but I know I need to relax. If the muscles are tense all the time, that's bad, and they'll end up just getting tired, straight, like, you know what I mean? That's bad. Yeah, so I'm always trying to find the balance between relaxing the muscles and bracing. I mean, so. So how are you doing? How's your week been?
Busy.
Very busy.
Yeah, well, a few different things happening at the same time, I would think. Like, one of one of my neighbors, his name is
Was I talking too much?
Oh no! One of my neighbors, his name is Tim. When was that? Tuesday last week. He went to the pub. You know, like he usually does. He just to have like a pint or something. And he felt bad. He felt ill while he was in the pub. And one of his mates called the ambulance for him and took him straight to the hospital. You know, and then called his wife to say, look, we had to call the ambulance for Tim because he was not feeling well, he was in a lot of pain. So it was easy for us just to call the ambulance and send him to the hospital before informing you what was happening.
Yeah.
Now, this gentleman, he's 83 years old and he has prostate cancer. Right. On my experience, nobody dies from cancer, on prostate cancer at that age. Could be anything else.
Yeah.
That's why we see that's what some doctors say. Of course, if there's a cancer, there's going to be always a chance of passing away too fast. But there is a chance of being anything else.
There's more things that you could die from.
Yeah, than
Yeah.
the cancer itself.
More chance, yeah.
So anyway, so he got to the hospital and they found he has a strangulate, they call it strangulate hernia, strangulate
Okay.
hernia, something
Right,
like
yeah.
that. Plus, it was some blockage on his colon, so he had to go to 2 major surgery.
Right.
So
Yeah.
anyway, I don't remember which day that he had that surgery. I'm not sure which day
Mm-hmm.
that happened. Anyway, he was in the hospital and then he was not allowed to eat, and when he was mentioned to me what is happening inside your hospital, it feels like it's a hospital in Brazil. It's a poor hospital in Brazil with people on the corridor,
Mm-hmm.
on the wheelchairs, because there is no bed for them to go. So people being treated literally in the corridor.
Corridor.
You know, like people with dementia talking to the air, talking to someone, trying to call the attention of someone, and nobody's like giving any attention to them. And there are signs to not take photographies or videos inside the hospital. And then we wonder, of course, because
Yeah.
they don't want people to see what's
I
happening.
don't want that printed in the newspaper.
No,
Yeah.
but you know what? It will happen sometimes. So be prepared for some scandal coming from the NHS at some point.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not only here. But it feels like in Brazil there's a better system than what they have here in the hospitals, even though we're not the best,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
in the countries. Anyway, so and then well, his nephew was taking him to the hospital, but also his nephew is not very well,
Mhm.
health-wise.
Yeah.
He was working in the army and then he has leukemia, so he's doing his own thing.
Mm.
And then a few days ago, the lady, she said, right, do you think you could go and pick him up from the hospital? I said, yeah, of course you can.
Mhm.
So yeah, jump on the car, let's go and pick
Yeah.
him. I think that was on Sunday.
Mm.
Was it on Sunday? If I'm not wrong, James, it was on Sunday, if I'm
Yeah.
not wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so, because Lucia went to work, so I had Max with me, so I put
Yeah.
Max on the back of the car and she jumped on the car as well.
Mhm.
By the time we got to the hospital, he just got into the car
Mhm.
and someone is calling his wife on the phone. And I could not hear what the other person was saying, but apparently he just wanted to get out of there and it was some paperwork to sign out. So he'd been dismissed to the hospital, but he needs to sign some administration.
Yeah. He agrees to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then she said, right, he needs to come back here and sign. And the lady was, look, well, he's not going back there. He's 83, I'm 79, and an old lady is telling you if there's a matter of only getting the paperwork, you can either post it to my house or you can send it to our GP in Lancaster. But we're not going back there.
Mhm.
And then they say, well, you know, but these procedures, blah, 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 you need to come back. So we're not, I don't think, and then the lady was saying, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I'm telling you, we are not going back. If it's just a matter of papers, you can get those papers sent
Yeah.
to us or sent to my GP, and that everything will be fine. And then she just hung up on the lady. Anyway, we went back home.
Yeah.
I dropped him, and then he says, oh, I would like to stay for a cup of tea. And I said, even if I wanted, I couldn't because I need to take Max back home now. It's almost time for his tea,
Yeah.
you know, and I still need to make some preparations for him to go for school in the morning.
Mm.
So, no, but anyway, if anything happens, just give us a call and I'll come back straight away.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, never heard anything, and then I got busy with Max at home, you know, food, shower, put him to bed. Next morning, this lady calls Lucia right in the morning and says, well, Tim's back to the hospital. Okay, he starts being sick, he was sitting all over the house. He was saying he feels like he's dying, he's very frightened. We had to call the ambulance, so the ambulance came back. And he was puking all the way from the home to the
Has he had an
hospital.
operation?
Yeah.
He had one already.
He
Yeah.
had the hernia,
Yeah.
plus they had to cut a little bit of the column, maybe about maybe 4 or 5 inches, and they put it together.
Yeah.
Now, so he had to go back to the hospital. So what they were thinking, oh, maybe on the time of the surgery, it's like there's a hole the colon, what they have made on the surgery, so he had to go back there.
Right, yeah.
When it wasn't, it was a blood clot.
Oh,
They
right.
never saw that. So by the time he got back home, he had a cup of tea, and that set off again for him to vomit all the time. So back to the hospital, and he had to have another major surgery,
Right.
which was yesterday.
Mm.
So today she called me and said, "Look, are you at work today?" I said, "Yes, I am." And I think it was about just around 2 o'clock, or just a bit before 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I said, "But Lucia should be home. She's not there." I said, "Well, I don't know. I don't think so because her car is not here." And I said, "Okay, let me call her." So I called Lucy, "Are you home?" So yes. So I explained the situation and said, "Look, if you can take her to the hospital because she just wants to see the husband."
Yeah.
She says, if not, it's okay. She can try and go tomorrow. But tomorrow Max has his swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
And normally on Wednesdays I get back home and I need to go straight to the shop because once Lucy picks him from the school, it's just a time of going back home for a little bit, have a little light snack and be straight to the swimming pool. And then I go to the shop and I cook. So when I come back home around 6, 6:15, food is ready, and I have to have the food and straight to Leeds. So I thought, no, I'll take you today. If he needs to go tomorrow again, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But I'll take you today without any problem. So Lucia took her, and then after work, I just went to the hospital and I picked her up to take her back home. And then she was saying she was really frightened, and I needed him at home, and I'm just thinking, well.
They live in Tadcaster then?
Yeah, well, they are my neighbors.
So your neighbours?
My neighbours,
yeah. Oh.
When then you start thinking, well, when you get to a certain age, life must be very, hard.
Scary as well.
Yeah, because she was saying, well, I need him in the house. I cannot be here on my own first because of the loneliness, of course. And she has a massive problem with her back as well. Since she was young, I think she was in the army, and then she had like an accident in the house. She fell off the stairs, and since then she has problem with her back. So now she's aging, and she uses the walking stick for everything.
Yeah.
And then I just said, look, whenever you need something from the shop, don't bother yourself getting out.
Yeah.
Just give me a call, say what you need from the shop, and we'll say, we can go to the shop and get that for you.
Yeah.
So that's what we're managing around this time. Okay, James, we turn around. Let's go to the funny side now, which won't be so funny.
Yeah.
How's your back?
The back's not too bad.
Okay.
I hope. Just want to be careful.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Are you okay there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just.
So you've had a busy week with all of this as well.
Yeah. So just keep checking on the phone all the time if she needs anything or if he needs anything to go to the hospitals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Busy with work because this weather is very strange. One day is -10 degrees and the next day is 8 degrees.
Yeah.
And everybody's catching a virus now, so I'm trying to be very careful to not catch that myself.
Yeah.
Which I know it will happen at some point because I think it was in the past 2 days. Sometimes my nose is aching a little bit here, like I touch my nose here, and I can see, it's a sign of the sinuses. It's coming, or it's just the cold.
Yeah.
But also we complain about pain on the chest, and they say, And
we never know if it's a virus. We never quite know, do we, what things are.
In these days, James.
There's so many things that you just think, I didn't feel very good. I didn't feel right yesterday.
Yeah.
And like today, not a bit better, but something's not right. And then 3 days later, you think, I think I'm getting better now. You don't know what it was. It's not necessarily always a runny nose. Do you know what I mean, or a headache?
Yeah, it can be anything.
Yeah.
It can be absolutely anything. So I'm just trying to be careful, but I can sense. And I start coughing today a little bit, like I'm doing now. But it's not like, I need to cough. No, it's just I feel there is something on my throat. I'm not feeling bad. I'm okay.
It might be an allergy
Maybe something.
to
Yeah.
something in the air.
Yeah. My eyesight. I know I need to. I keep telling you I need to go to see an optician because my eyes are not great. Still manageable, but not great. And I rather get it sorted sooner than later.
Do you think it might help if you wore like sunglasses sometimes?
Well, James,
if it's very bright sometimes.
Well, a few days ago I burned my eyes with the what we call in Polish. I don't know if that's the same term in English, but is the water mirror?
Oh, sorry?
Water mirror. Water
What?
mirror. It's like when it rains and the surface is wet and the sun is shining.
Yeah,
reflects
yeah.
on you. What do you call that?
Well, I don't know. I've heard of like with snow.
Yeah.
There's like an effect with the snow, isn't there? The sun shines on the snow. You get snow blindness.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's a similar idea.
Yeah, similar. Yeah.
Reflection off the water. Yeah.
So yeah, I had that like a few weeks ago, and I didn't have any sunglasses with me because Max sat on mine and broke it. So I never bothered to get one. And one day I worked all day long trying to avoid to look too far on the road.
Yeah.
So I was very careful. I was really trying. And since then, my eyesight was not so great, you know. But I should. Well, first time I started wearing glasses, I was about 12 years old. But it was more to rest the eye. But I had like few experience through my life when I had like this, something happened to me when I was a teenager and I could not keep my eyes open. It was so dry, I was blinking all the time non-stop and I had to keep my eyes closed. So I was walking the street with my eyes closed and I was just open like for a second to see where I was going. And so I opened my eyes for a second, closed my eyes for 5 seconds, you know, just to try to avoid it. Anyway, never got any worse than that, but never got any better.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, and then 2011 in Poland, I went for a night test, and so I got a special glass, the lens in the glass for the lights, and then I just lost it, and since then. So I think I should go for a night test. I went to Tesco's in Tadcaster Road a couple of weeks ago. I was asking how much for the eye test, and they said, well, it's £25 for the eye test. He said, well, it's not too bad. The problem is the lens. When I'm going to have to buy that, how much it's going to be. That's one, you know, can be quite pricey. But anyways,
I think it's a good opticians though in Tadcaster.
Well, you and your mother were mentioned that to me.
Yeah.
It's just the time, because by the time I get back home, I can't make anything to like any plans yet. At least not for these next few weeks when we are quite busy with work. But definitely this spring I need to go and get it sorted. Definitely.
I'm trying to remember if is it Morehouse Opticians, something like that. Morehouse maybe.
Could be. Well,
there might be more than one opticians but it's not Specsavers. It's not a major name. You know what I mean? The one that with like.
Well, as I said, so there's a few little things there, and then Friday, this coming Friday, I need to take my car for services in MOT, and you know, there's always, and then of course getting the end of the month now is going to be road tax, renewing the insurance, but I'm not so much worried about that because the road tax is very cheap. The road tax is nothing. It's like £20.
You can't do anything about it.
No.
Anyway, these things you have to just pay them.
It's only £20 a year.
Really?
Oh my God! Yeah, it's
£20.
Yeah.
You never guess how much mine is.
Well, £200-300 on
a lot more.
For the road tax.
Road tax.
Are you serious?
Yeah, on my road tax.
How much you pay for road tax?
£700.
Why?
Apparently it's got a big engine.
What's the size of the engine on it?
I mean, I don't even like drive the car very much. I very rarely use it. The age of the car, I don't know. Maybe.
No, the engine. What's the size? Yes.
I was told it was a 4 litre.
What?
Something like that. I didn't want a 4 litre car. It's the only one we've got left. You know, so they made me buy this like 4 litre engine. It might be 3.8, but it's about 4 litre,
Jesus Christ.
It's very powerful. It's 4-wheel drive. It's like really, but I didn't want it. I said I ordered I've requested a 2-litre engine.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted 4-wheel drive. I was quite happy with a 2-litre engine, and they said, oh well, we don't have any in stock. We've only got these others, and it's a bigger engine than what you wanted, but we've got one in stock, and it's the colour that you wanted. But that's the only thing, the engine. But the road tax will be a little bit extra, a little bit more than and when I finally got the car and found out it wasn't what they told me. They were trying to make out the road tax, instead of it being about, you know, like 200 or 300, it could be,
Yeah.
could be close to 400. And then now I'm like having to pay £700 road tax. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
What's the insurance you pay for this car then?
Insurance is a lot cheaper. I don't pay anything like that for insurance. I know. Road tax is not the insurance. Yes. No, the insurance is, I don't know, 350 or something. It's like, because I haven't had any accidents. I've got like loads and loads of no claims, but years of no claims only. So yeah, I mean, I don't use the car very much as well.
Yeah.
So obviously when I try and get insurance, they say, what's your estimated mileage? Mine's really low.
Yeah.
So that helps, you know. And I'm the only person that drives the car. So all these questions that you have to answer, I can answer the questions very nicely, you know. So the insurance is low, car tax is more expensive, yeah.
Right. Because Usage was paying like, I think it was...
Then Audi always is expensive road tax.
Well, yeah, but not 700 quid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, well, I just got this Audi A1 for Usage and it's £20 a year for the road tax. My car, if my car was petrol, it would be around between 250 and 300 pounds.
Yeah.
But because it's diesel, it's only 20. When Usa had the Suzuki Swift, she was paying, I think it was something like 200 something pounds. She had to pay for it. Now the new car, 20 pounds.
Well, I had an Audi before this one, and the road tax was about 400, 300 or 400. But this one is like even more. So I was used to paying about 400 road tax.
Yeah.
But now 700. It's like ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, my brother says, because he's worked in the car industry, and he says your car can't be 4 litre. He says it must be less. It can't be. And they don't do a 4 litre engine for an Audi Q3. He says it will be like they can do something to the engine to make it perform better.
Yeah.
He says it'll be like 3.1, but they'll have souped up the engine to make it perform at the 3.9, and then they'll be telling you it's a 4 litre engine, making you think that's fantastic. Yeah, that's brilliant, definitely what I want. I said I wasn't getting excited when they said 4 litre engine. I was saying, I didn't ask for this. I don't. They said we can't get a 2 litre Audi Q3 for a long time, and I had no car.
God, even my van, which I carry like 2 ton, ain't it? Well, yeah, a couple of tons is 2 litres. So I'm just wow.
Yeah. So I imagine that if I need to really put my foot down, you know, and get out of a sticky situation, it would be really responsive.
Yeah.
Or if I was towing something, it would be really good towing something. But yeah.
Oh, because mine is 1.5 and it's powerful.
Oh yeah, I've had a 2 litre engine before this one. The Audi with a 2 litre engine was really powerful, I thought, yeah. But yeah, because the car I had before this was not a 4 litre, it wasn't a 4-wheel drive. It's the first time I've had 4-wheel drive. So I just thought it would be useful. You see, all these things, I bought this car when my back wasn't as bad. As soon as I bought this car, my back just went downhill, and I couldn't drive properly. All the ideas of going to the Lake District, camping overnight, like going for a few days more often, like going to the Lake District in the winter when it might be icy or snowing. I had all these great ideas, you know. That's why I bought this car. I thought I'd be tutoring from house to house like I've always done before, and as soon as I bought this car, I couldn't go house to house. My back was really bad. I haven't been to the Lake District really at all. it's just, I just wish I'd not bought this car. It's just been too expensive. And I mean, I think I've had it now for about 7 years,
Mm-hmm.
and it's done 28,000 miles. in
7 years.
7 years, yeah.
That's what I do a year.
That's nothing, is it?
I put on my insurance 10,000 miles a year, but I'm just hitting 22,000 miles,
Right.
and it's not even 1 year yet.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, no, my God.
I was doing 40,000 miles or more
Mm-hmm.
when I first started tutoring. So
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of miles. But then I knocked it down to about 20 because I was trying to minimize the distance I was traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, I just end up, if I can't do anything about it, I just have to pay the price, you know, the tax or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You can't challenge it. You can't say, can you do me a deal? It is just what it has to be. But I'm disappointed because I didn't think it would be this much.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's £700, if I'm wrong, it's 600 and something. But it's about £700, and it's just like, yeah, ridiculous. I mean, some people say, I have no tax to pay. Some manufacturers have a deal, don't they, where you pay no tax.
Yeah.
So,
But the car is paid off though. You don't own. You own the car.
I own the car,
You
yeah.
own the car.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've got my finances out in order
Mm-hmm.
fairly well. I just wish my back was better. But
Yeah.
I've paid the house off, I've paid the car off. It's just the day-to-day. I can't work as many hours as I used to do.
Yeah.
So I need to make sure that I've got to break even, but I really want to try and put some money away
Yeah.
for the future, for like a pension.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
can't be tutoring when I'm 70 years old. I might not even be able to when I'm younger than that. I want to. I'd love to be able to tutor 4 or 5 hours a week, or 10, 5 to 10 hours a week when I'm 60 something. I'd enjoy it, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have to. I don't want to be like doing it in agony.
You want to do it as a hobby if you
Yeah,
enjoy
yes,
it.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it's, but yeah, when I was going to see the acupuncturist, the personal trainer, I was seeing like a few people, and it was just, you know, when my workload went down, so I just, I thought I can't keep up doing all these things.
Yeah.
And I don't think I was getting the benefit from some of them as well. It was
So-
just too much.
Yeah, no, keep saying. I was just gonna say, so, well, we spoke like a few weeks ago about that, but they never got in touch with you, even the end of the year, for Happy Easter, Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, nothing.
No. And I was really surprised, you know, because once or twice they did say things nice, like I've seen you for a while now, haven't I? And like it's good to get an understanding of the patient. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, it doesn't always work. Like, sometimes, this is what the acupuncturist lady said. She said, you know you now, and I know what works and doesn't work, and all this sort of thing, she said. And then, yeah, I've just got, I've not been in touch myself, but I thought she's not been in touch either. And I thought she might have been in touch to say, are you wanting to book another appointment at the very least? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she must just be snowed under with. She must have too many customers.
Yeah,
But it's still not right, you know.
you know, this is one of the things, a lot of people, they ask me, why don't I go and work in a clinic? Or why don't I set my clinic in Leeds in my gym? And I said, because I don't want to have one person come here for 1 hour and say, oh, by the way, I'll see you later because there's someone coming around here. No, I don't feel it's right, because I think I'm going through that process. And it was times when I was going for a treatment myself, and I had the needles still on, and someone was saying, oh, there is someone coming about 5 minutes, I'm sorry, but you need to go now. And they were like, picking the needles like, okay, I'll go. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, definitely never gonna come back to this place again.
Yeah.
Never. You know, that's...
I mean, the people I saw were never in a rush. They always seemed to like, it was good, you know, the session was good. We
Yeah.
got to it. Really good. And she talked to me about how my week had been, and in a way that of like counselling while we were waiting for the leaders to do their job. But it was a long way to drive, and like I wondered really if I was undoing all the good work,
Mm-hmm.
struggling to drive there and back. You know, if it was just round the corner, it would be perhaps useful. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, but you need to drive
sitting in the
one.
car an hour and a half, there and back, it was just, you know, a 3-hour round trip. I felt as stiff as anything. You know.
So you get then benefit from the acupuncture, and then when you come back home, you're ready for another one because.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got more out of talking than actually the treatment.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. Because I was seeing another guy who works in the same building occasionally,
Mm-hmm.
and like he would do some adjustments. Like I'd lay on the bed and he'd do some, what's it called, myofascial release.
Oh yeah.
I saw him to do that, but he got busier and busier. It was never available. He was always like on a course or not working that weekend, or it never seemed to line up. His availability was never the same as hers. And I just thought, my God, I can't go to Middlesbrough twice a week. You know, see him on a different day. So I either had to see them both on the same day. So he was never available. So
Yeah.
I was seeing her, and every 2 weeks, and I was seeing him maybe every month at first. And then it just ended up being just her. And then I stopped going, and I've not heard anything. But the personal trainer, like, in some ways she was trying to help me, but she didn't really understand. Well, you know, she still never quite understood what I needed.
Yeah.
And she was like asking me to do things that I've said, I've told you I can't do this. You know, I don't want to be awkward, but this is the sort of thing that sets me off. And I would try and, you know, do other things. And she said, well, you seem like you're not willing to do anything. So there were times when we fell out, as it were.
Well, I remember.
And I fell out with her twice on a big time twice, where she literally said, you know what, I think I'm wasting my time with you.
Oh, she said that.
Yeah, she said that once, yeah.
Oh Jesus.
And she wasn't backing down. I had to kind of be the diplomatic one and say, oh no, you really are helping. You know, I could have easily taken it the wrong way
Yeah.
and said, how dare you talk to me like this, you know. But I just tried to be, you know, she obviously, well, she also in herself, I mean, I know it's not an excuse, but she does have like a shake. And
Mm-hmm.
she does seem to be, she's been through a lot in her life, and she seems to be like, she does admit she has some mental health problems herself.
Yeah, but she should not reflect that on the
No,
as a professional.
no. But she was getting frustrated, but I suppose I just said I can't do this and I can't do that.
Yeah.
And there was like 2 or 3 things in a row, and I just said, I'm really sorry, but I just can't, I don't want to risk like doing my back in. She said, well, how will you know unless you try? And it was, and I said, I've got to go home, I can't, you know, and the last time I saw her, I ended up on the floor in an absolute mess, my back was in spasm, and the last time I saw her was awful, you know.
It was not the day when she almost kicked you out because somebody else was
Somebody
coming.
else was coming in, she did, yeah, and I was almost crawling out of the house by myself because she had somebody else coming in, and it was like, she was sympathetic, but yet, you know, and the person who was coming in was a client that she knows really well. It wasn't like it's a new customer, the first time she, you know, she was creating a good impression.
Yeah.
She knew this other person, there'd been loads of times, you know, and they were local, I think, so I was just left, like, scrambling around on the floor, and she said, well, just take your time and let yourself out when you're ready. It's awful, you know. So, but I did end up saying, I can't do this thing you're asking me to do, I could have a bad turn. Anyway, we did some other exercises, and then she said, well, do you want to try that thing again that I asked you to do at the start? And I said, oh, I probably shouldn't. You know, well, you won't improve unless we know what you can do, and try it, just try one. And anyway, I tried to bend down and do this one stretch. She was going to get me to do 10 or 12, But I tried doing one, and the first one, oh,
Set it back.
yeah, because she wanted me to hold something in my hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't heavy, it was just holding in my hand a broomstick, right? And she wanted me to bend forward with the broomstick, lean over, reach forward with the broomstick, holding it as far away from my body as possible, and then lower the broomstick slowly to the ground,
Yeah.
and then come back up again. The problem was, normally to do that kind of thing, I would, if I need to, suddenly grab hold of my legs with my hands to hold on to my, you know what I mean, steady myself. And because I had the broomstick, I couldn't hold on to anything. And that was the problem. So that was the problem, I was holding on to the broomstick. And I was literally doing a forward, like leaning it over. And leaning over, that's the thing I cannot do. Because I was having to use my back muscles 100%, really, because I couldn't hold on to the wall, I couldn't hold on to my legs. You know how sometimes when I bend down, I get back up,
Yeah.
right, by grabbing my knees,
Oh yeah.
my thighs, my waist, and I straighten up eventually. When I'm having a bad time, that's what I do. It's a natural thing now, I do it automatically almost. Well, that day I couldn't do it. I mean, I suppose I could have dropped the broomstick, you know, just like thrown it on the floor and grabbed hold of my legs to steady myself, but I didn't. For some reason, I tried to do what she asked me to do. I thought this was probably not going to go well, and I was right, it didn't go well at all. And I just was, my back was in spasm straight away, you know. So I'd gone into the wrong angle. It's because she asked me to do it slowly and hold the broom away from my body as well.
Yeah.
That was the main thing that caused it. So I didn't know it was going to be as bad. I thought I might be able to do one and then say, look, I've done one. I really don't think I want to do any more today. But it was the first one. It was just too much. So, but she didn't even text to say, how are you, a few days later.
But she did not.
I think she felt guilty.
Well, that's the big reason she should call them.
Yeah. But, so that was the last time I saw her. I have phoned her since, twice, but she's not phoned me. You know, I've phoned her to say Merry Christmas. Like, so I just feel like, do I want to see her again? Probably not.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think she's got knowledge that I need. You know, I just think it was more motivation. That's what she offered. Motivation and a friendly face. You know what I mean? Social side of it. I enjoy it. But when I'm honest, I don't think she gave me. It's as if I've gained everything I can from it. I don't think she's got anything else to offer. She's given me some insights into different exercises. She's given me her experience and her expertise. I understand what her philosophy is. Do you know what I mean? So in a way, I don't think there's much more she can offer. I'm not saying I'll never see her again. I might, but I'm going to have to be in a stronger position to be able to, and I'm going to have to be strong and say, no, I'm not doing that, sorry, and stick to it, you know. She caught me a bit off guard and I wanted to please her, and I never should have done it. But like I said, I never thought I would have reacted like I did. I was surprised as well, because I wasn't going to do that just to prove a point. But it was near the time Mum had the operation, so I couldn't then see my mum in hospital. I was 8 weeks, I couldn't get out of this house. I was in a really, really bad place physically. So, that you know, like I said, if I knew it was going to do that, I would never have done it. I didn't think it was going to end up like that. So, yeah. And I was seeing an osteopath, do you remember, in Acomb?
Oh yeah, it was, yeah.
I was trying everything. When I first met you, I was trying everything. I saw the osteopath in Acomb and the podiatrist in Acomb as well. And the podiatrist made me an insole, the one that I can wear. But, struggling to wear it more now. But I've stopped seeing all of them because I've not been able to drive when we get out. You know, I've not missed the osteopath. I'm not going back to see the osteopath.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really, in April, yeah.
So it was not doing anything then? You didn't see any
It wasn't really
improvement?
helping, no. And the chiropractor before that, I didn't really think I was getting anything out of that. More than just, I was just worried that one of these days she might do something and I might have a bad reaction. I was a bit worried because she just seemed to be, she was careful, you know, but then someone said, did you know someone died when she was treating them? Someone actually died. So that scared me to death. You know,
I don't blame you.
you know, yeah.
You know, the reason I tell you, I don't like a dentist.
Mm.
I don't want to go to the dentist. It's just like I'm frightened of going to the dentist.
Yeah.
A cousin of mine died in a chair many years ago. I don't know what she was going to do, treatment in Brazil for her teeth. She just sat on the chair, she had anesthesia on her teeth, and that was it. She passed away.
Oh dear.
Straight away. You know, and they said, well, I think the blood pressure must be low or high or whatever. When she took the anesthesia, the body just didn't take it and she passed away. I was already frightened of the dentist, James. After that episode,
Yeah. Gosh.
that's why I say I have like all the 4 wisdom teeth there. Well,
Yeah.
sometimes it gives me a
yeah.
bit of.
Has it been any better recently? Because it can come and go, can't it?
It comes and goes.
Yeah.
It comes and goes every other month. For a period of few days I have that, and I had some ulcers in my mouth like few weeks ago.
I've always found that with you. Sometimes you give me lots of good knowledge and insights and wisdom, and then it goes in the next few weeks. No, so why do they call it wisdom teeth?
We'll see. So, and I was just thinking, and I was talking to this dentist, and I said, look, sometimes I feel like they are growing, and they.
Oh yeah, breaking through the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dentist said to me, well, if they are bothering you, just pull them out, and I'm like.
They're not bothering me that much.
No, not bothering that much to pull it out. Unless I have something on my heart, which is make my heart weak, I'm not pulling my teeth out.
If they could suggest something else, if there was another procedure that was not as extreme,
Well,
then you think, well, what's that?
because like I said, that's the line of my teeth, yeah?
Yeah.
So let's, this side here.
Mm.
So, right, this is the teeth coming. The last one is just growing here. So out of the line, push on the side.
Right.
So it already cut as much skin as it needed to cut in these past years. Now, just time to time, give it a little bit of, oh, it's not great, but you know what, I'll survive.
Yeah.
I'll survive.
Do you get any like mouth ulcers?
I did have it, when was that? Maybe sometime in November or December. But I presume though it was like a hand, feet and mouth disease going around.
Yeah, because ulcers can be caused by other things as well.
So it was like a capoeira group in Leeds, and my students said, look, we're not having class this week because my daughter, she has this illness with like a little bit of ulcers on the hand, on the feet, and on the tongue.
Right, yeah.
And Max kept complaining about the tongue, time to time he was complaining, oh, there's some ulcer, oh, my tongue hurts. On those moments, I started feeling exactly the same. Ulcers went all over the mouth, on the top, on the bottom, on the tongue, and I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah, it's awful, isn't it?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So I was using Bonjela, it comes on the side of the mouth all over. Bonjela, I don't know if it was helping making it worse. I was trying everything. I couldn't eat because
I tried TCP.
Well, I tried everything.
Guardian with TCP, I find is better than Bonjela.
Well, it is, but God Almighty, that is smell, James.
Yeah? Oh yeah.
The problem about the smell, but I have it at home. The
Yeah.
problem about the smell, I got intoxicated in Brazil over 20 years ago with some poison to put on the grains, on the soya or beans because of the small worms we eat through them.
Right.
So, because I used to operate one of those machines, and one day the pipe just burst on my face, so I kind of swallowed a little bit of that.
Right.
So sometimes even the bleach, if you put the bleach here somewhere to clean something and then walk inside, the smell of the bleach, for the first few seconds, I'm a bit like, I feel this, I feel like I need to walk out. And then later the body started adjusting to it, but the first smell, and this is exactly the same, the first smell just pulls me off. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I have those bad whistles in the mouth again, I'm not bothered about trying it again because that's absolutely awful.
Yeah. I'm sorry I'm tensing up
No.
in anticipation. Yeah,
Don't worry, James. I know the feeling.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for.
yeah. I think my back is still hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it, the lower back
Yeah.
area.
I'm still waiting for the guy to call me for another massage in some place when he thought I'm just like, please don't, please don't. He's like, "So don't worry."
The lady today, she said, because I said I don't feel like my calf muscles are working very well. Like I'm not really using them like much, and they're always tight if I have to start using them.
Yeah.
That hurts. She said, you activate your calves when you push off, when you walk, when you put your foot down on the ground, as you're pushing off with your toes, it activates the calves. And because my toes are short, that's why I won't really activate the calves.
Yeah.
You know, so then I get cramp in the calves sometimes. And if I do any exercises for the calf, if I just go into tiptoes,
Yeah.
you know, you do that, repeat,
Yeah.
to build up your calf muscles. It doesn't take long before I've got like, oh, my calves are killing because I'm not used to using them. They're not strong. They're tight.
So you're gonna have to start doing exercise as you sit, but you're gonna have to be very gentle ones until you start activating again. Which is it takes a long time, but as you sit down, you're gonna have to do exactly the same movements as you do, like as you go here. But because you can't use it, so you're gonna have to. As you can see, it does not force too much, but by this movement, slowly, you start
gradually,
yeah. And then you can go and then hold a bit and then release, go hold and release. But because you're not using that much for so long, you might start having cramps for the first few days when you start doing it. And once you pass the time on the cramps, it starts getting better. You know? But it's comes up. As I say, sometimes I tend to exercise it a little bit, and I end up myself with bad cramps, which I don't like at all.
She also asked me to point my toes forward, point them down, point them and lift them up as far as you can go. And I got cramps suddenly in my toes. You know, so I'm not used to bending the toes up and down. I mean, I couldn't really do it anyway, but I got cramp in my foot, in the middle of the foot more. But she would see how bad my feet were.
Because I get those cramps sometimes on my feet. There was one day I got cramps here, both of my hands. When I was in bed with Max, I just stood up from the bed because once I came back from work, and God Almighty, I felt on the first leg I fell on bed. I put my hand. As I stood up, the both legs, I straight away like a piece of like a broom. You just leave it going. I was at least half an hour on the floor crying in pain. That was when we came back from Brazil. That was when we came back because I didn't do any exercising there. And as we came back, I had like no minerals left on the body, a lot of alcohol I ate in there, my diabetes was as high as the sky, you know. And God, so for the first few weeks it was a nightmare. And later on it got better, but and now it's been quite a while since I last had some bad cramps. And I'm not looking forward to having any more again because gosh.
But in your job you're lifting lots of heavy things, aren't you?
Yeah, but at the same time, when I'm lifting, James, I pretend I'm in the gym because I try to exercise with the bags. And then people say, well, but you are exercising as you keep lifting the bags. And I say, no, I'm just doing some repetitive movement with the bags. So time to time, I just stop the van. And I get one of the bags and I try to do some lifting just here for the shoulders or as on the back, just try and lift to keep exercise, not only lifting for work.
But like you know how to lift. You know, some people are just, they don't think and they start picking things up really badly.
Oh, well,
You know, I mean, because my back's bad, I'm always very careful how I lift things. But obviously I have a limit to what I can manage.
But you know what, James?
Yeah.
I easily can lift 50, 60, 70 kg on my back.
Wow.
No problem at all. The only times I mess my back is when I'm lifting a 5 kilogram box.
Yeah.
Or it can be a
If
bottle.
you don't think it's that heavy, you
Yeah.
just lift it badly.
Yeah. Or I'm just gonna tie my shoes and then when I bust my back.
Yeah.
So yeah. Because as I say, when I have to lift this very heavy weight, I know I'm gonna have, it's not the strength, but it's the technique I'm gonna have to put in it to protect my body.
Yeah.
You know. And gosh, yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I remember most of the times when I messed my back, even in the past was lifting like 5 kilograms, 2 kilograms, 10 kilograms, when I have no problem lifting 56 or 70. But of course, I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah.
I'm not getting younger.
And I think that what we did today, driving to Bruff and getting the train to Hull station and walking to the hospital, was the best way to do it. Really.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because we would struggle a lot going to York, taking the train from there.
All things considered, going to York, the train would have gone through the Selby and Driffield and taken ages to get there. And I still would have had to drive half an hour to York. What was I going to say? To get to York train station, I would have had to have driven, I don't know, 25 minutes from here to get to the station, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I would have had to catch the train and stand up on the train and mess about on the train for 3 times longer.
Yeah.
Whereas this way, I drove a little bit further, but then I was only on the train for like 12 minutes, you know, so it was like not far from Hull at all. So
That's nice.
is it better, if I can manage it, it's the best way. It's the shortest distance.
Yeah.
We just allowed plenty of time in case we were behind schedule. We had plenty of time really.
But you don't have to go back to Hull for any other exams now, or do you?
Just one more appointment with this lady.
Do you have the date for it yet? Or?
Not yet, no. Maybe in 6 or 7 weeks, she said.
Okay.
But she said she would see me again, so I hope that's right, because I didn't want to see anybody else after such a positive experience. It'd be nice to see this same person again. And what was I going to say? So yeah, it's just and she said. She said she might have to try more than 1 or 2 attempts to get things. You know, she said we might have to try. She said I don't know yet, but it sounds like she's willing to try again and again if necessary. You know, so yeah. So
Well,
yeah.
at least somebody's keen to help. That's it.
Definitely, yeah. It makes such a difference, and she's trying to think about it. So
Yeah.
I think she's also one of these people that's gonna think about you outside your appointment.
Yeah.
Whereas some people just, that's it. They'll only think about you in the appointment, and you know, yeah.
As I said, most of the time we are just numbers, James.
Yeah.
That's how I feel sometimes.
Definitely, yeah.
Number 1, number 2, number 3. Well, we cannot sort your problem now. Number 4, come back another week.
Yeah.
And then go, number 32. Oh, you again? Say yeah. Okay, number 33 now.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Right. My big advice for you today. I don't know if you have anything to do when I leave, but if I were you, hot tea, a little hot chocolate, something warm, and straight to bed.
Right.
And make yourself comfortable because you had like a long day, a lot of walking, a lot of different positions. When I got here tonight, your posture was not great, and I would not insist be walking around when I leave or try to do any other jobs. If there is anything what you must do tonight,
There isn't anything. I might have just watched some TV for half an hour.
Yeah, hot drink straight
Yeah.
to bed. Watch TV on your phone if you can.
What's that, son?
Watch something on your phone.
Yeah.
Like put some Netflix on your phone, watch some movies, watch some football or whatever you
Yeah.
can get on your phone, but get comfortable in bed
Yes.
so that the body just
Yeah.
sink and relax.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to say relax because you will not, but at least you.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna let
The
your
muscles need to
rest.
relax.
Yeah.
And if I can get into a comfortable position, like on the bed now, I'm feeling quite comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the past, I've been on the bed and I've not been comfortable. I've been like, oh no, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. So I think it's there is I'm kind of on the edge a little bit with the back, like not wanting it to go into spasm.
Yeah.
So I can sense it, you know, but it's I'm hoping I'll be, you know, feeling better, you know. from
Right,
now
what
on.
I'm gonna do, I'm almost finished. There's just one more thing I want to do. I want to do a little scrape on the muscles on the back, just to try to relax here on the lower back
Mhm.
and let it rebuild again.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is nothing gonna hurt. It's just like the same tools I use all the time.
Yeah.
But because I don't use that with you so often, so I'm just telling you what I'm gonna be.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
So I'll get some hot cream in it and a little bit of the scrape in that area there.
Yeah, thank you. I suppose if I'm in a bit less pain, I'll be able to switch off and relax more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is the back feeling?
It's okay. I think I was leaning back to talk to you before, and I was
Mhm.
like twisting. I think that's
Right.
what was setting it off a bit.
Right.
So I'm trying not to look up. I'm trying to
Yeah.
across, because I think sometimes the twisting is hard. I don't have many lessons this week now as well, so I can concentrate on trying to get better.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So if I sit down, I can choose to sit down and watch something on TV,
Yeah.
and if I feel I need to get up and stretch, I can. I don't have to grin and bear it because I've got a lesson.
Yeah,
You
no,
know.
that's good.
Yeah,
So how many lessons normally you have in a week now then?
it's still about 20.
Oh, okay.
But
So
I'm
it's
trying to do 20. But
Yeah.
some weeks I might do a bit more, some a bit less.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's less because I cancel. Or if people say we're not sure if we can do it, I'll just it's fine. If you want to leave it for a week, that's okay. So whereas in the past I would always be trying to twist their arm, like, can we please keep consistent, and
Yeah.
I think your child will benefit. And now when I feel that they want to cancel, or a family that often wants to cancel,
You won't be so
I'll just send
confident.
them a message and say, this week might be difficult, can we do it next week instead? And they're, oh yeah, thanks, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, so it can be anything from 16 to maybe 16 to 26.
Okay.
You know,
Oh, so
very-
it's not bad then.
So it's not bad. I mean,
Well,
when
I think we still pay you.
mostly, but the people last year, I still couldn't get them to pay.
Really?
Some people from last year, yeah, really awful. So.
Yeah, I will see it.
But part of it was me allowing it to get out of hand slightly as well,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still not fair. And when you say to someone, can you pay, and you expect them to be willing to, you know, at least, some people might want you to prove, like, can you please prove how much I owe you? But when I've proved it to them and said, look, this is the evidence, you know what I mean? Like, they can see on the program on the computer that the kid had a lesson for an hour and 5 minutes, an hour and 8 minutes, an hour and 2 minutes, an hour and 7 minutes, an hour and 12 minutes. You had 5 lessons, you've paid for 3, can you please pay for the other 2? And then they're just like, don't answer any more messages. I can't get them to answer the message, they haven't paid. You know, or I'll tell his dad deals with it all, and then it's just, oh, his dad's been away recently, I'll remind him when he gets back. And then it's like,
what has it to do with
all these excuses, and it's like, does the mother not have a bank account? You know what I mean? If you owe money, you can't just keep saying, you know what I mean?
Remember, it's not everyone is as honest as you are, James. That's the problem with people.
Yeah.
That's the problem with people.
Mm.
Jesus, well, of course, sometimes we always struggle. Sometimes we say, well, look, I don't have the money this week, can I pay next week or the week after?
Yeah.
Always there's an explanation.
But when they haven't paid a debt that they've had for 3 months,
Yeah.
and you've asked them 3 times, and they still haven't paid anything, it's just not fair, you know. Because I worked really hard to help their children. It wasn't like I was late, I didn't bother, you know, the kid failed and I didn't even bother trying, you know what I mean? Like, I really worked hard, and the kid was generally, some of these families, the kid was like nice, and they said thank you, and appreciated the help. I mean, one girl, an Irish girl, her dad owed me about £350, he didn't pay. She was having 2 lessons a week at the time of the exams, and 5 weeks went by and they hadn't paid. So it was 2 lessons for 5 weeks, that's 10 lessons for £35. £350 he owed me. And he said, I've been having some cash flow problems, I lost my job, and at the moment I can't afford to pay, but once I get sorted, I'll pay. And then I asked him, I gave him 3 or 4 months, I texted him to see how he was doing, and he's never paid. And the girl thanked me, she was always polite, she said, oh, you've really helped me. She got like a grade B in her A-level. Grade B, that's really good. And she went to university. I tutored her brother, he got straight A's, right? Her brother got straight A's, he went down to somewhere at Oxford, he went to London School of Economics.
Yeah.
And he's working for a top law, top company now. Apparently his dad was raving about how well he's doing when I was tutoring his sister. Well, I mean, I'm not being funny, but he could maybe ask his son, can you just pay me $350 or pay for this guy help you get to where you are, you know? But yeah, I can't get anything out of them. So it's just things like this. It's awful, you know what I mean? And so I've had to like give up on the odd family like this, and it adds up when you've got 3 or 4.
Yeah.
One owes you $250, one $350. You know, it's just. At the end of the year, it's over £1,000 after all those lessons and not been paid, you know. So there's other people who just don't pay for 1 or 2, and they argue, oh, I don't remember, I'm sure we did, you know, I'm sure we paid it. Years ago, when I went tutoring to people's houses, they would say, oh, we paid you cash a few times, you must have got mistaken. And it was like my word against theirs, but at the moment, I've got loads of evidence. It's on the computer. The evidence is there.
Send them the collectors.
I've sent them like reminders, emails. I've sent them the proof. I've taken screenshots. Proof. You can't argue against it.
Yeah.
They just won't pay. No one's been nasty saying, well, actually, now I think about it, we don't think we got good quality teaching from you anyway. I've had nobody say that. They just
don't pay
and don't contact me. And then some of them, 1 or 2. I've tried to click on the thing to deactivated accounts, so they actually cancelled the account on the computer, deactivated. So it's almost like they're just trying not to be contactable.
So you lost thousands and thousands then?
Yeah, I think last year I lost more, the year before. So I think I didn't used to lose anything really. I used to lose. I used to have to in the end say, you haven't paid me last week. Yeah, I'm sure we did. We must have left you cash. You didn't. You definitely didn't. Oh no, well, and I said, well, can you pay me this week? And I used to, in the end, sort of give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I knew they hadn't paid, but I thought, it's one lesson. You know what I mean? So that used to happen now and again, but not loads. But then all of a sudden, one year, I added it all up and it was over £1,000. And then the next year, it was about maybe 700. And the next year, it was over £1,000. And then the last year, though, it was about 1,500.
Really?
Last year, yeah. So this year, I've decided if anybody doesn't pay for about 3 lessons, I'm just not doing any more.
Well, I was just gonna say,
And,
well,
and I just get new students, but then they don't like it.
Well,
Like,
that's the problem.
why aren't you tutoring my son, my daughter, and, you know, like, so that because I'm saying I need to be paid. Oh, well, I'll tell his dad again, you know, like, and, well, one family said, well, we're really good for it. You'll definitely get paid. Don't you worry. Are you alright for this Friday? And I said, yeah, if you pay. But you owe me, like, £300. So if you pay something, I'll do this Friday. Didn't pay. And then I've sent another message and he hasn't replied. So it looks like another one that's gone pear-shaped. So when they say I'll definitely pay, they can say I'll definitely pay, but then they want me to start tutoring another lesson. And I said, I'm not, until I've been paid something, even just £100 or 150, I want that £300 you owe me to come down before it goes up any higher. So I've had some standoff situations, and it's just, it only takes 3 or 4 families, and it's £1,000 you're owed, you know. So,
and the tax man don't give a damn about that. He wants his money at the
but
end of
some
the year.
people rack up a debt of £300 and say, oh, I'm really sorry, and they pay it straight away.
Yeah.
I have a lot of families that mess at me about, don't pay, and the reason why it gets out of hand is a family that won't pay, they'll maybe owe me £350. In the past, they would have owed me 200 and then paid it. So then they would have owed me 250 and then paid it. But then all of a sudden they owe me 350 and I'm saying, I need to be, please can you, and then they don't. So how am I supposed to know that we're not going to pay? Because they've owed me before and still done it. It's not like I've taken a new family, never known them before, and the first time it's gone up for it, I don't let it go to 350 quid. If it's somebody I don't even know if they're any good for it or not. It's when it's gradually eased it, one the 200, then they pay, 250 they pay, 350 they pay, then type 350 again, don't pay. It's like, how would I have known that was coming? And this is how it
I can never
happens.
predict
Families that you think you can trust, people that you've known a long time. It's not like just a person you've just met. So,
But that's the worst, James.
yeah.
The closer you start getting with people, the worse is to deal with them. If you just sit down for 1 bit, no, yeah, if you go, but just sit, don't get out of the bed.
Just sit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take your time, no rush.
Yeah.
You can just sit. How's that back?
It's not bad.
Okay, so we're just going to sit here a little bit. So if you can just put your hands down. I know you need that this
Yeah.
place. I'm just going to put it a little bit here.
I think my posture's got a bit worse. I keep saying that I need to do something about it.
We all do.
Yeah.
James, we all do.
Mm.
Yeah, my posture is not bad. Sometimes I'm driving and I see, oh, how bad my posture is. And then I have to stop and do some exercise to stretch. But yeah, last year, a few episodes I had like pain in my neck and my shoulders. And since then I started correcting the posture. It took a few weeks though, with pain, but yeah. It's a lot better now. Time to time I feel a little something there, but it's a lot better now. So,
Yeah.
right, yeah, all good.
Thank you very much.
No worries. So yeah, well, James, as I say, I used to do a lot of private classes for self-defense, or for kids, or for even adults, you know.
Yeah.
Got to the point when people are owing money and say, look, if you, how much you charge per hour? Well, I don't charge per hour, I charge per session. Or how long does a session last? It depends how the class is going. So the class should last an hour is a minimum, but I can be there for 1.5 hours or 2 hours, depending how good is getting to it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's good. 1 time, 2 times, 3, 4 lessons, nobody pays, and then 1 day, 1 year, I think I lost about £2,000 through the year, and I was like, you know what, that's fine, I'm gonna forget everything what I lost, but I'm not gonna lose anything.
Yeah, not make the same mistakes again.
Yeah. So what I started doing, people say, oh, so how much you charge then for your for the class? Well, if you pay upfront, it's £50. If you want me to send an invoice later, it's going to be £65. Well, there's a 15 pounds difference. Yes, if you pay up front, you get
That's a good
15
idea,
pounds.
that actually.
Think about that, maybe.
Yeah, I might say if you pay up front, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because, and then people say, well, but you know, it's not nice to pay up front, maybe you're not going to show up there. So, yeah, but the times when I don't show up, you don't pay. So that's
Yeah.
the idea now.
Yeah,
If you pay now for the
yeah,
lesson,
yeah.
And
And
it's
if
50
they,
pounds.
yeah, you're right actually. And if they forget to pay up front,
Yeah.
I'll be saying, oh, okay, that's okay. Just put 65 in, please. Then. Yeah. Yeah.
you know, as I say, sometimes it's not everyone who's gonna like the idea. Some people just gonna say, well, I'm gonna find somebody else. I'd rather you go find somebody else,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna lose that.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, at first, when I first started my job, I was desperate for customers.
Yeah,
So I was willing to drive, like I went to Tadcaster to teach a lesson.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, next lesson's at Easingwold.
no matter. That's
And
it.
then like, okay, then yeah. And the next lesson is like miles away again, you know, like, so
Yeah.
I was all over the place. My petrol, I was filling the car with petrol every single day, you know, day after day after day, petrol every day, because I was driving so far.
Yeah,
And then I ended up having more customers, so then I said, right, I'm just in like Fulford today. The Fulford, Naburn, Stillingfleet, that area, you know, Escrick. And then, can you tutor? I'm sorry, I'm not in your area. I'm in your area on Thursday. Oh, we can't do Thursday. Well, I'm sorry, I can't help you then. I had it all organised really, really well.
yeah,
And it just, but at first, when you were building it up, you've got to be prepared to just take anybody and build up your reputation.
well, yeah.
You know,
So,
so
James, I'll tell you how I started my catering business on the pandemic. Just when the pandemic started,
Yeah.
and because Lucia, she got pregnant just before the lockdown.
yeah,
But once the lockdown came, Boris Johnson says, right, every pregnant woman cannot go to work for the first 12 weeks. They need to be isolated. And I was like, okay.
right,
And we were like, okay, fine.
yeah,
So I was paying for the rent and Lucia was paying for the bills. So my share was a bit higher, but anyway, I was doing more hours, so I never bothered. And then that was another £700-800 not coming to the account, you know. And I was like, and now what?
Yeah.
Okay, furlough. But she was not entitled to the furlough because she was working for an agency and not for a company. So we couldn't get anything of her wage. So I said, right,
yeah,
think, what can I do? James, I was working like 21 hours a day, 7 days a week, going back home, 2 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock, getting back up and back to work.
yeah,
And she was saying, so what we're going to do? And I said, look, don't worry. I just need to get some ideas here. So I started selling food, you know, cooking and delivering food.
yeah,
But because, right, if I go to York, many people won't care because they just want to get some KFC or McDonald's
Yeah.
and motor, you know, the delivery guys start going all over the place. And I was like, right, I was cooking at home and I was putting like Harrogate, Ripon, Leeds, Huddersfield, Sheffield, wherever people were ordering food,
yeah,
I will deliver your food. And then people say, so how much is delivery? I'm not charged for delivery, but that's the price for the food. I'll just bring it. At the end of the night, James, I was coming back home sometimes looking like I've driven for 6-7 hours, going to place. I only made 35 quid out of it. But it's 35 quid at the end. You know, when you take all the costs and the petrol and everything else, but it lasts for months.
yeah,
You know, and then when the lockdown started easing down a little bit, people were like, oh, I'm expecting some food. Yes, that's fine, but there's an extra £5 for the delivery. Oh, no, it's too much. So they would spend 50 quid for me to go and deliver them. If I charge 55, oh no, it's too much. And I'm not talking about York, I'm talking about how to go to Huddersfield, charging a £5 for the petrol, and people was, oh, it's too much. And I was like,
yeah. Well, when I tutored, if I went to Easingwold,
yeah,
I used to live at Fulford, and so there's a family that went to tutor in Easingwold, and they said, they were a lovely family, they said, look, where do you live? Fulford? Oh, it's a long distance. What we'll do is, we really want our son to do well at school, he struggles a lot, we'll book you for 2 hours a week. So we'll do 2 hours a week, because you're coming all this way, and it's like to make it worthwhile for you as well. So they were like doing a 2-hour lesson, because I was almost like thinking it's a long way to drive for 1 hour. So, and I was charging like £26 an hour at that time, I think. So, so they paid me like £39. No, sorry, they paid me £52. That was it. Yeah, £52 for 2 hours. And there was another situation where another family, still in Fleet, was it still in Fleet? Even though I lived at, no, not still in Fleet, it was somewhere else, but it was quite a distance to travel. So we agreed on an hour and a half because it would, you know, make it worthwhile going all that way for an hour and a half. So it was like, so yeah, I've tried to, like, you know, build the business up and think, yeah, I'll go on and yes, I'll do it. And then you try and maybe tutor somebody in Haxby, because you're on the way to Easingwold. I'll call it that you at Haxby on that day as well. And then in a way it all kind of like works together. But I used to tutor at Bartonley Willows. Have you heard of?
Yeah. Oh, I was there today. I had some clients in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Bartonley Willows.
There's a place called Glebe Farm. I hate that place.
Say again.
There's a place called the Glebe Farm. It used
Glebe Farm.
Yeah. They have like 7 beautiful dogs. And one day I had to jump myself over the van because they were just on my foot.
These dogs, what type of dogs are they?
I don't know the name of the dog, but they're very small, skinny dogs, brown dogs. It's a Mrs. Pew. Phdow. It's a big. Once you get to back to Willows, is a house on the left hand side.
Is it the family? Are they called Thew? Thew?
Yeah.
The Thews?
Yeah.
The dad's called Simon.
I have no idea.
The mother is Catherine.
I just see one lady when I go there.
Catherine.
It could be because the only name says.
They have a daughter.
The daughter is the deal when I go there like today.
Yeah.
I just press the door and sometimes I don't see anyone.
She's only little. She's quite a little. The daughter is. I used to tutor the family.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same place.
Very big house.
Big house. They have an annex as well. They have a big field of the garden.
That's
field.
yeah.
They have these dogs.
Electronic
like
gates.
whippets. They're really quick, fast dogs.
Electronic gates.
The gates open. Yes. When the gates open,
brown dogs.
To the right hand side. You go into the back of the house. So the dining room area, at the back of the house, and the dogs will just like jump up at you. They can't control the dogs at all.
One day that door opened, James, and I had that bag in my back as I'm walking.
And the dog jumps up and everything.
The dog, the way they came, the only thing I could do, throw the bag on the floor and jump on the top of the van. Right. And I hit my chin there.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Spicy.
Well, the dad is called Simon Thew. His wife is Catherine. They're quite a family orientated. They'll have like friends and family around now and again. I mean, the kids might have thrown a party sometimes. They're like crazy. But George is the older lad, the oldest boy. Yeah. And he probably still living at home because he has some strong learning difficulties. Okay. He's a lovely lad, but he needs to be told what to do. He needs looking after. And then the middle lad is Will, and he's nice. He's the one that's slightly a bit more responsible. And then you've got what's her name now? The daughter. But she just looks really dainty, just like really like thin and like. I mean, I tutored her when she was a girl, but she probably isn't much different to her when I saw her. Not Maddie. What's her name now? She's got a name a bit like that. But they're a very nice family, really.
No, because I only see
don't mean any harm.
Lady in there, which is well, as you said, is very nice, very skin nice. And I don't know, she must be on her 40s, late 40s. This lady, what I see.
But that'll be the mother. I'm talking about they have a daughter.
Right. So no, I never saw the child there.
Right. Yeah. She might have gone to university and so on, or left home even. You know. But yeah, the lady. If it's I think it's called Glebe Farm. But basically, you go into Bartley Willows, you go down the train, there's a crossroads, and let me think. Yeah, there's a crossroads, you go straight on at the crossroads. Yeah. If you're coming from the A64, like I don't know which turn off you'll have, if you could, the one I used to turn off, you come down a long road towards the crossroads. Yeah. And you go straight on, and it's on the left. Yeah. It's only a few down, just a few down, not about 3 or 4 houses then, on the left. Yeah.
Big long front of the house, a nice street.
Yeah.
Gates open here.
Yeah. And the gates open to the left-hand side of the house, the gates open, and to the left, there's like a building, which is their barn, they call it.
Yeah. And a nice field on the back.
a nice field for the garden's huge, and they normally get a cricket bat and whack. They hit the tennis ball, and the dogs race off, and they say, "Oh, we can talk to you now," until the dogs come back, and then they're going to be all over you again. And the dogs are just like fussing all the time.
4 or 5 dogs in there jumping.
They used to have 2, then 3, and then they had babies, and I'm guessing that they probably have more now.
The 4 or 5 brown. There's about 4 brown dogs, and there is a new one which I just saw that I couldn't recognize. Well, I just saw through the window. A small dog, and I was just like, if you guys get out from there, God forbid, but I'm gonna drop that on your head because I don't want to get that bit.
No, they will know me because I used to go to their house to tutor all 3 kids over the years. For they used to make me dinner. They used to say, "Oh, you've come just in time. Well, get him a plate. Like, come and sit with us." So I was like made to feel part of the family. They were so nice. Fond memories, and they used to rack up a debt, and I mean, they used to owe me once, I think, because they never paid on time, and I was tutoring. One time I was tutoring 2 of the kids, and one was at university, and so we had so many lessons. Simon was always working away with Dad's business. He's probably taking it over now. And basically, I'm not being funny, with that family, at one point, they owed me probably £800, and they paid it. They still, because they'd owed me this and this over the years, and then the fact the family, they were so friendly. I think once I even used their shower because my shower was broken. They said, "Oh, you just have a shower, like just here's a towel," and they were just like so nice, and they passed my name on to their friends as well. So if you mention my name, they'll go, "Oh, I know your tutor, James Pugh."
I will do next time because I was just there today.
Yeah, they will definitely say, "Oh, really? Oh," and they'll probably have a great reaction. Yeah.
I will mention that next time I'm there, James. Definitely I will do.
Yeah.
Right, buddy, time to go home. And now I have, if you want to know what I have to do tonight, I have to prepare at least 15 t-shirts tonight for the weekend.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
15?
Yeah, so I have the sublimation printer.
Yeah. Oh, you've been trying to set this up.
Yeah. So I ordered the t-shirts. I have 35 t-shirts. And I have 15 to be delivered on Saturday. Now, tomorrow I have my lesson late. On Thursday, Usia is at work. So I have to look after Mike, and no chance I'm going to make that. And on Friday, I may go see Shane. So tonight's the only time. But everything's printed. It's just like the machine is all set.
Before you go, can I just show you the wardrobe?
Oh yeah.
Is that okay?
I'll just put down the corridor and then see it.
Yeah.
How is the back feeling as you keep?
Not too bad.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying not to think about that. I'm being careful. Yeah. I've always got my being cautious kind of button press.
Yeah.
No, hold on, let me go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the back's still a bit iffy.
Yeah, well, it will be.
So this is one of the rooms.
Oh wow.
Nice, aren't they?
Don't let us just see that because in years he's asking for one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, I want the word jump and put them on just like
Really pleased.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Well, where did you get that?
It was Hammond's, and it's like proper solid wood, So that's probably not. I don't know if that's proper wood, but this certainly is, And like, I've got all these boxes.
Oh yeah.
For storage. So yeah.
It's beautiful. Absolutely.
Lovely, isn't it? So they measured it so that it would be perfectly so I'll have so many boxes.
Yeah.
And then that space is as big as it can be up to here for for hanging things. I've got junk in there at the moment, but the shelves are that easy to get to for me and my mum.
Yes.
And then that one is the stuff we don't need.
Yeah.
So I'm really pleased. So I've got obviously thousands of these boxes. But at least it's all stuff organised.
It's all sorted.
Yes. Because I'm not well enough to be searching for things for hours, you know what I mean? So, these are all the football shirts. Loads and loads of football shirts. Brazil, Chelsea, all the shirts I've got. Yeah. So
I'm impressed.
It's really good, isn't it? Yeah. And look, it stops slowly and on this side you've got it's really nice.
Yeah, as you can see.
she's gonna deal with me. I want
Yeah.
my new wardrobe now. They said, yeah, you could have your wardrobe if you didn't want to go to Brazil with me for a holiday.
Yeah, no, it's nice, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm impressed, really. I'm impressed.
Yeah. I was going to ask at some point if you could help me put a picture up on the wall.
Yeah.
It's this,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
picture here. Just needs to go on the wall because that one's got one tack, but that,
Mhm.
that needs two.
Right, yeah, well, just let me know when I'll bring some of the tools and then you get it sorted.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem
Yeah.
at all, buddy.
I'll just show you the other wardrobe because it's in this.
Oh, here, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So I've got one put in here. It's really nice, isn't it? Again. And the good news is, the guy who said, what I'm going to do, right, I'm not going to do it like we planned. He says, I'll put the post here because then, and look how he's done it. So the handle, it's just like,
Just let me know.
yeah,
Oh, wow, they did a fantastic
really
job.
good job, isn't it? Yeah.
That's absolutely fantastic job. So the hand will never hit that, will never destroy that.
Mhm.
Look at that. That's
Really.
that's what we call perfection.
Yeah, really nice.
And I'm glad they didn't ask me to put the wardrobe on because we'll never
Yeah.
get it. So wow.
But yeah, I'm really pleased with this. Yeah,
This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
it's great, isn't it? Yeah. And the little cabinets and oh, I remember you made the bed, you made the cabinets and
Everything's fit together, like the wardrobe, the cabinets, bed.
yeah. And I've got this for my mum. It's like she can get into bed
Yeah.
and look at this. She can press these on and then when she's in bed she can just turn them off. You know. Just so she's not having to mess about.
Simple.
Yeah.
Simple.
So just yeah.
Technology.
Yeah.
Congratulations, but you worked hard your entire life
Yeah.
and look what you get now. The reward for the hard work.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful.
I'll just show you one more thing.
Wow.
Just the last thing now. The this picture. This is the picture that my mum got me for Christmas. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Yeah.
It looks like it's not done yet.
Mm-hmm.
The Halloween is not done yet.
No.
Yeah, there's a place in Wales.
Mhm.
There's a place called Betton Collins. And there's a lake exactly here, and then you walk. There's a choir for his legs. And then you walk, and there's exactly similar. I'll send you some pictures.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
send you some
yeah.
pictures of the place. It feels like, it even
Yeah.
feels like it's there. It feels like it's really-
Yeah. This is the Lake District, and this is Striding Edge they call it,
Yeah.
in the Lake District. And I've walked on there, and it really is awesome. When I was younger, when I could manage, I still remember like walking along the ridge, having to take my trainers off because my feet were killing me. You know, and I used to walk in trainers. My brother, like, if he went anytime, would have walking boots. Well, I think
Yeah.
everybody else in the world has walking boots. I used to have trainers on, and people used to say to me, "Do you know what? If you fall over in them trainers, because you're supposed to wear walking boots, if you fall over and twist your ankle in them trainers, and the emergency services have to come out to rescue you, the first thing they're going to say is, you're asking for trouble wearing trainers, and you're risking our lives, and what, like, they're going to get so angry with you. I could never wear walking boots.
Probably get the same because when we went to this place one of the times, I was just
Yeah.
on those, what are those trains? You know, the very cheap trains you get like in
Yeah.
Primark, they're very flat sole. And then it's not on top of the hills.
Yeah.
And then a couple of guys came, oh, you guys go, oh, we're trying to get to the top of the, it's not done. It's not done is the name of
Yeah.
the mountain.
All right, yeah.
And they said, don't. They said, okay, fine.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen is I was walking, not a mountain as big as that,
Yeah.
but a small hill really, walking the Lake District. It was you know, quite a steep climb, but I was walking along and I suddenly thought, oh my gosh, there was a couple, there were a man and his wife, obviously having an argument, you know, and she was storming off in front, like, oh, you can, if you think you're doing that, you can be on your own or something. And she's like, oh, you know, like just walking along. And she was like walking, and I think they were arguing over something. And she had like sandals on. Well, like walking on terrain like this with sandals, right? I mean, I had trainers, but she had sandals. And then I looked at him, and he had like a shirt and a tie on and trousers.
What? Walk on that?
Yeah. So they obviously not thought that we were going to be walking in the mountains. One of them had said, why don't we go walk in the mountains? And they'd obviously never done it before, and they didn't know how far it was going to be before they got to the end. But I kid you not, everybody else, right, backpack, walking boots, person with sticks, you know what I mean? And then that couple, I just thought, have they been teleported from like the middle of like Leeds city centre, or they just come out of a business meeting in the office? It was like unbelievable.
Maybe that was what was happening.
They'd gone to Lakes for the day and never ever gone to anywhere like that before. And
The only thing I can say, people can get awkward.
yeah, so funny.
God almighty. No, you just made me think now about this wardrobe, really. You really made me think.
They were expensive.
Well, I would expect,
You know,
I would cheap, I would
yeah.
expect.
Yeah.
But they're for life, and they're not gonna plan to change them in 5 years either.
No. I'm really pleased because I just thought, you know, it's a bit expensive, really, and you want a job doing right if it's gonna,
Well,
you know, but it really.
what we realize is one time you buy it.
Yeah.
This is one thing we need to think. As I say, I didn't put much into that house yet, like buying greater things. Because if I'm paying the rent in the house is not mine, why I'm going to invest some money in there at the point? But we have like this thought of buying off that flat or buying a house sometime, you know.
Yeah.
It would be a way before the pandemic started. That's what the plan was. But anyways, not now.
You'll have to call round for a coffee with.
Well, I will when I not get too busy with the.
Yeah.
Well.
And if you don't come before the spring, we'll have to come round and have a pizza or a barbecue or something.
We will.
Yeah.
We will. Yeah, it's just these times now. I would think, well, I was just saying to Lucia, because she wants to go to Poland, and I said, go. Oh, but you need to go Zorin for a few days. Lucia, I cannot go absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
Even my capoeira trips now, people say, oh, you're not going for events. Now I can't. Middle of December, just before Christmas, I stop everything, and I'm not going to start anything with my going for my events or traveling until late February. So I already have my first event, which is going to be 26th, 7th, and 28th of February.
So do you do more of the events when you do less of the cold?
Yeah. Oh no, December, January, February, is cold.
Yeah.
It's only cold. You know, to go away on the weekends, sometimes I have to work on the weekends, and the body's just get the mood on like, I'm not taking it. Well, in the summer, even though if it's busy in the summer, at least you see, you know, you don't have to work on the weekends. You work like sometimes I work 2-3 hours a day, and I'm fine. But now, it's like 7-8 hours, 9 hours a day sometimes, depends what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so no, just trying to control a little bit now.
Yeah.
Right, James, nice
thank
to you, buddy.
You too.
Yeah, but as I said, if you can have a warm drink to keep it warm, straight to bed.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. That would be, mainly because you had like a busy day going around, so I would take a rest. Yeah, even though you don't want it yet.
No, thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you, James.
Get through the rest of the week.
No problem. Yeah, so, well, be well, James, and do let me know how things will be, and hopefully the back.
I'll let you know. Thank you very much for trying to ease it off today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, sorry about that. I know it was a bit painful with some parts, but
freeing the hips up, is it?
Yeah. Because the hamstring, they are not bad, the calf are not bad. It's been quite a while ago. There's problems on the calf or on hamstring. It's just the back, but there is a lot of things on the back I can notice when I'm pushing it there. Yeah. No problem then, buddy. All right. Oh, thank you. I'll send you some pictures later. Yes, guys, as I said before, just finishing the night. Just finishing the days of work, 11:59. 18 hours. Right, James? Thank you, buddy. I want to say 18 hours work, but 17 hours working. 18 hours since I left. And then people will say, well, you are rich. Oh, you are making a lot of money. Oh, I wish I had your life. Oh, you are lucky because you live in Europe. You are a rich man.
Look what a Richmond needs to be doing at this time of the night. Now another at least half an hour before I can even get home. Yeah, that's the life in the UK, which a lot of people they don't see. It's beautiful when you say you live in Europe. It's beautiful to say you speak another language. It's great to say, well, you know, you live in a first world country. Yeah, but people don't really know what you need to do for a living. Anyway, that's life. Right, guys, thank you very much for being here with us tonight. And I'm gonna be back here in about 7 hours. So I just need to have like a little break, and then whenever I'm back loading the van, I'll come back to talk to you guys a little bit more. Okay, but please guys, don't forget to leave your like. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Now you just saw me as a massage therapist. In 7 hours time you're gonna see me as a Coleman, and in about 20 hours from now you're gonna see me as a martial art teacher. So I'll see you tomorrow.